I took a trip to Asbury University on Thursday, and I wanted to share about my experience there. The three words that come to mind are organic, unforced, and unhurried. A beautiful simplicity. It's not the same feeling that you have with a planned event. This wasn't planned, and it feels that way. I've been to events like The Call, these big events that they plan for months and months, and they do a lot of marketing and they get all these people in. I love those things. They're wonderful, but they're different than this. This is kind of like going over to someone's house to worship with your friends, except the Father is letting you catch wind of just a little bit more of His presence than we normally are aware of. Many of us know that presence from a church service or from our personal times with God, and it's wonderful. But that sweetness is sustained at Asbury. It's like He decided to turn up the volume and leave it there for a bit. As soon as I heard about what was going on at Asbury, I wanted to go. It took me several days to make it happen, but in that time, I definitely was having sweeter than usual times with Jesus. And I had this funny urge, which is not the norm for me, to just put on praise music and pray and worship. Usually I'm quiet and I read my Bible and I meditate, but there's just something stirring within me, like I just gotta praise. And that is the flavor of what is going on here. There's like this stirring up in people's hearts to worship and be with Jesus. I've seen many comments on my videos and stuff that are saying similar things. There's this fresh ease of connecting with God right now for some reason across the world. I've heard about it in lots of places. Certain groups in different places are worshiping and they just don't want to stop worshiping. And believe me, when you're in ministry and you're leading stuff, there's a fine line of trying to make yourself do things and make a group do things and try to do just enough so they don't get tired of it, or when are you going to cut it off and stuff. You don't want to do too much or whatever, it won't be right. But no, that's not what this is. The leadership at Asbury keeps saying this is a time of hosting the presence of God. And the big thing that kind of hit me when I was there was this relationship and connecting with God cannot be rushed. So many of us are overbooked and tied to our schedules and not prioritizing the ultimate relationship in life. It's time to prioritize the presence, relationship with Him. Be present in His presence. Unhurried, quality time. It's not just for special occasions, it's for all the time. My friends, the God of the universe wants a passionate love affair with you. And from that place of intimate relationship, He wants to change the world. And for those of you who think this is all about just singing songs, be careful how quickly you judge. There was an excellent gospel presentation, and the speaker had the people, like 5 to 7 people, stand up by themselves and speak and pray out by themselves. And then they were brought forward to meet with individuals after that. And there was also a time to call Christians to rededication and full surrender. And several people responded to that. There were other times when scripture was read, testimonies were shared, and a couple other people gave a word. All of it was done with a reverence for the sacredness of that space and what God was doing. Things were kept brief, and I really appreciated that. There's clearly seasoned wisdom in the leadership there. One of the leaders said that what they were doing was forming a community every day to live under the presence, and that they're just stewarding that community. He said, wouldn't it be something if this was church? I want you to normalize this. We're not scorning our home churches. In fact, we want to love them all the more. And I'm getting reports from many other places where groups are encountering God in a corporate way, and they just don't want to stop. It's no denying God is on the move. He's doing something. So you may want to visit Wilmore, Kentucky, and I highly recommend it. But it sure seems like God is on the move and He's coming to a city near you.